Hello, welcome to SpooniesWorld. I'm Spoonie. Thank you so much for popping in today. I wanted to do a quick little stop in and share about a funny incident. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but when I forgot my clothes to teach at the prison. What? What do you mean I forgot my clothes to teach at a prison? Well, for those of you that may not know, when you are allowed to teach or be in a prison, more than just a visitor, even though visitors also have very similar rules, there are certain things you can't wear, and colors. I couldn't wear any blue, no blue, or bras, brassieres that have the underwire, which for me was a struggle. I won't go into all the details about that, but my tatas are not of the smaller design. They are all natural, and yeah, they appreciate the support. So that alone was something interesting for me. So that being said, when I would teach at one campus, I'm wearing my clothes. However, then I'd hop in my car, drive to another city, and then usually at my boyfriend's house, which now my partner, I'd say hello, do a little lunch date or something, and then have the opportunity to change my clothes. And then go from there to the prison, and then taking about an hour to get in, teach, and then about an hour to get out. So even though I'm teaching for 3 hours, it was really about a 4.5, 5 hour chunk of time, not including commute. If you include the commute, it was 7 hours. 7 hours to teach a 2 hour and 50-minute class. 3 hours, basically, from 6 to 8:50. All right, so you got to come prepared. It often looked like I lived in my car. Different clothes, different pairs of shoes, makeup, food, etc. So this one afternoon, I don't know what happened, but I did not have my prison teaching clothes bag.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
So what do I do? Cancel class just because I don't have the appropriate clothes? What do I do? So I literally had to go to Ross, or I think it was Ross Dress for Less, and buy new bras without the underwire. I had to buy clothes that weren't blue and appropriate. No, this might be showing too much, to be honest. So everything would be to about here. And then with pants and shorts, etc., because this was summertime. So it was really hot. In fact, I think I'm wearing the pair of shorts, some Airwalk shorts. So yeah, I know that doesn't sound very official to be teaching in shorts, but man, it was 105 degrees on the 5th floor with no air conditioning in this prison. We got to be allowed some comforts, right? So anyway, yeah, it was pretty stressful having to do all that shopping, try stuff on. Does it fit? Does it actually, correlate with the rules of being allowed into the prison, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, it was fine. And I bought clothes and quickly changed and then got to the prison and taught the class, et cetera, et cetera. But it was definitely an interesting experience. Not funny at the time because I was stressed out and I didn't want to, spend money on clothes that I may or may not wear. So yeah, now I look back and it's a little funny. I just imagining what would have happened if I'd gone in and tried to teach with what I was wearing. So anyway, just one of the interesting little tidbits about prison life that people may not know or understand. I definitely understand now why I had a student in the summer with one of my introductory classes, stuff that I teach, and she quietly told me she never wore blue. And I'm like, why? I love the color blue. Blue would be such a pretty color on you. It just go well with her. And then she quietly informed me why. And it's because in the women's prison, just like the men's, they wore blue. And she had spent time there due to drugs, etc. And she never wanted to wear blue again unless she chose to. And I understand that. I really do appreciate that feeling. So yeah, little prison chronicles with Spoonie, and having Literally, do I teach naked? Absolutely not. Do I teach with underwire bras and clothes that aren't appropriate for that specific environment? Absolutely not. So what do when you only have about $100 in your account? You got to make do and you got to go shopping. I was this close to even borrowing some of my boyfriend's clothes at the time, but they wouldn't fit. He's 6'2". So yeah, I'm a tall lass, but anyway. Thanks so much for watching and listening. There's some interesting things happening in the United States in terms of the prison world and education, etc. I won't go into that here, but anyway, I hope this has been an interesting yet enlightening story of my experiences teaching in a maximum security prison. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're having a great day or evening or whenever it is that you're watching this. I appreciate you and thank you for being the best part of Spoonie's World. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. Leave a comment and at least do one thing. Subscribe. That'd be great. Thank you again and have a good one.